As we said, this is the one, $15,000 on the line. 2 legs of FIFA will decide it. Who will join the winners list of XL Esports, Guild Esports. Those are the 2 teams that have already found their way to glory in these FGS Masters Cups. And what does it do for these teams, Richard, as a boost going into April's Team of the Season Cup? Because it's, for a lot of these teams, their first outing in a competitive environment with a serious lump sum of cash on the line.
It just calms everything down. If you can go into that being a winner of one of these 4 weekly tournaments, you know that you are one of the best. You know that there's a reason that you should be here, because, I mean, when you look at Matias and H1DALGO, maybe some of the only LAN experience that they've got is playing at the Liga Santander as well, Brandon. They've not had huge amounts of competitive experience, so in terms of LAN events, but what they are winners, especially Matias Bonanno. When you look at his record, I think over 8 or 9 tournaments that we've seen him compete at over the last 2 years, he's never placed outside the top 8 of a tournament. That is absolutely crazy. Like, that is an incredible stat.
The biggest stat that I like, Richard, is that out of 7 tournaments in FIFA 21, he won 4 of them. FGS qualifiers, CONMEBOL Libertadores, well, that just concluded yesterday. PH finally getting his crown as a champion after a long wait. But on the flip side, here's a stat for you. Msdossary has played in 14 finals in his career as a FIFA esports player. He's won 12 of them. When he gets to the grand final spades, he doesn't often lose, and that included a FIFA World Cup in there as well. So not just any grand final.
Could have gone back-to-back. Obviously, when he did lose out to Mo Alba in 2019, that would have cemented himself as the greatest player to ever play the game. That debate will be in question. I'm sure it will be a talking point when we see the world's best competing at the end of April in the Team of the Season Cup.
This is going to be an interesting test for the duo, H1DALGO and Matias Bonanno. They haven't really been tested defensively as of yet. No offence to Ducks game, but they didn't score a single goal against them in the 2 legs that they had in our first semi-final earlier today. What we know about Team Falcons, though, they've made it look simple going forward. It'll be so simple in this one, with the serious lump of cash on the line as well. Nicely done ball roll there from Cristiano. Just pulls away from the player. Still keep an eye on who exactly. It was Matias Bonanno that scored both the goals in the last semi-final. Keep an eye on him, controlling that red cursor again on your screen. H1DALGO, his teammate, controlling the blue. It does feel like there's always that in a duo, Richard, in this 2v2 format. We've seen it firsthand with the likes of Tex, with the likes of potentially even Gorilla, the potential of Matias Bonanno here. There seems to be that one man in the team that has that extra skill or 2 up their sleeve, or the solo run, as Team Falcons can't find a way through again.
It's all about just how you mesh as a team as well. Confidence is a real key component to 2v2. If you've got one player who you know can pull out a skill move or a mazy run in and around the box, you let them do that. You don't restrict something like that can go on and win you a game. The best 2v2 teams are the best teams that combine together. It's not the best 2 individual players, it's the best 2 individuals that can make a team, and they make each other better and they push each other on.
And I think what we've heard in interviews as well from a lot of these 2v2 Masters teams is that, you rightly said, don't restrict a player that's got so much quality, and that has not been the case yet. It's a case of, I know he likes to do skills, I know that he likes to go on these solo runs, and we've seen the combinations of Mbappe, R9, the list goes on, these players that have got 5-star skills and can do a lot. And seemingly, it's been the difference. A lot of teams scoring more goals, some of those being massive goals, as we saw just last week. The grand final over 2 legs was only a 1-0 win for Guild Esports. You haven't seen that many goals in some of the big games here. That's because it's just been so competitive, and I mean, it's double the people defending on the pitch, which makes it even more difficult to find any sort of room, as you just see there. Team Heretics stand strong defensively to not let Team Falcons through. Possession given back low. So Msdossary and DrNightWatch seamlessly. Just seconds later.
I think this will be a very low-scoring affair. I think it's going to be a really sort of high-level game. Cross-whipped into the box, he just sent him forward.
Very nearly. Killing Mbappe's feet. Quite, though. It's been the extra pass for Team Falcons. That's been their sort of storyline. Jordan with the last chance of the first 45 hit. Such a play, finds the feet. João Cancelo, Team Falcons looking to build. Ronaldo can't find his pass he was looking for, and that should do us at the halfway mark with nothing really to talk about so far. We expected this to be a competitive grand final. Yeah, it's just sort of filled that void, hasn't it, where we didn't get to see, unfortunately for no fault of anyone's, January's Team of the Year Cup with 32 2v2 teams battling out in that tournament. It's allowed us to have a little bit of a starter, a first taste of how good these FGS teams will be heading into April's Team of the Season Cup. Which, as we said, if you haven't got it in your diaries yet, April 29th through to May 1st. It will all unfold. Good goalless here as we're back underway for the second leg. Team Falcons kicking from left to right in there. Black and green strip. Spanish organisation, Team Heretics. Kicking from right to left in the white. Lovely ball forward. It's Matias that finds his teammate in H1DALGO. They've been playing a lot of FIFA together as a duo and individually this year in La Liga. They've been representing Real Zaragoza. It's the esports kit that they do represent in this matchup with the white shirt and blue shorts. So far, they've had a good start to the season. They sit second in the La Liga table. It's a 1v1 competition, so mainly it's been Matias playing most of the games. Teammate and former player of Villarreal, H1DALGO, has popped in once or twice. Here's Team Falcons now. De Bruyne finds Mbappe. Roulette looks for the one more. It's been the storyline of them so far. He tries to La Croqueta and find a way around the box. Credit where it's due, Richard, to both H1DALGO and Matias for not diving into the tackle there.
Yeah, he just went for that reverse elastico. I thought the extra pass might have been on. Didn't elect to play it in the end. Wanted the clear-cut golden opportunity, and I really like what Falcons are doing. They probably watched that match earlier where Heretics took on Ducks Gaming, and possession was something that was really prominent for Team Heretics. They've not allowed them to keep hold of the ball. They've applied pressure where needed to. They've made sure that they're almost double pressing in areas to not allow them the time on the ball. Whipped into the box, he tracked it well as Ruud Gullit was the player searching forward, but nothing coming out of that whip from Heretics. Even game so far.
As we said in the preview to this one, what makes this one so exciting is you've literally got two duos formed of players that have final experience. I mean, sort of captain on either side of the team too. Had taste of winning tournaments. Msdossary, respectively, obviously, a name that does not need to be introduced. Won 12 out of the 14 finals he's played, and those have not just been one-off showcase matches. Those have been playoffs, E-World Cup. Huge tournaments. It's on the flip side for Matias Bernardo. Most of his achievements came in the last year. His first year, we saw him compete on the global stage. Very happy to play at the back are the two players. That's been an element of their game that's been impressive. Their composure, both 19 years of age.
Great switch.
Good switch of play. We'll find Hakimi. Could find Pella. he's just hit down the goalkeeper's throat.
Big chance. It was a beautiful switch of play. They kept on switching it from left to right, and then that diagonal into Hakimi. He just nodded it down into the path of Pele. A little bit of goalkeeper movement. Van der Sar was central, just couldn't quite loft it over the top of the goalkeeper. Chance here for CR7.
Oh, wow. CR7! That time! He's not missing! And surprise, surprise! Who is it? It's the Argentine that's loving life for Team Heretics, who finds the only goal in this game. 75 minutes in the clock. It comes from that same sort of switch of play. But the difference this time, it was quicker and it was time green by the man that he loves to use, Cristiano Ronaldo, who was able to squeeze that one into the back of the net with absolute ease there. We'll see it again on the replay, Richard, how it all came together. Pele picked it up, played it into R9, cut it back, or didn't cut it back, sorry, looked to drop the shoulder, and then found Cristiano Ronaldo, Mr. Reliable.
The only reason they had that chance, though, was because they won the ball back so high up the pitch with Pele. He was sprinting back. He nipped it out of the defender, sort of picked his pocket, knocked it off to Pele, and then the run from CR7, winning the ball so high up the pitch. The fullbacks weren't in line. The centre-backs were a little bit askew, enabling to just loft it over the top of that centre-back. And you're saying to Ronaldo then, this is your chance. Go and score the goal for me. It bounced up nicely for him, and he rifled it past the goalkeeper into that bottom left corner.
Oh, well. We have a breakthrough, and we have our first goal. Foot Fantasy Alan Saint-Maximin comes on. We teased that he could be involved in a few teams. He is involved off the bench for the Spanish esports team. Looking towards that post, well, it will be there, unfortunately. Headed out for a goal kick for team, a corner ball, it said, I should say. Looked like it was going out for a goal kick. Cruyff over it. Mbappe short. Goalkeeper moved onto the edge of the box just to limit the chance. Mbappe goes on his own, whips it all the way across. It falls to Marquinhos of all players. He'll look to get rid of that as soon as possible. Recycle back well. They're happy to keep possession here. Really professional performance this has been so far.
Well, just in pole position now, really. They've got that goal in a very similar position to what they were in the semi-final against Dux Gaming, where they got the first goal. They led 1-0 at the break in play between the two legs, and in the second leg just knocked the ball around the back, kept possession, defended, I would say perfectly. There was a couple of chances for Dux. They defended extremely well, and then just picked them off, got the second goal, 2-0 victory, and saw themselves into this grand final. It's going to be a real tough ask for Falcons to break down those white shirts, because it's a wall.
Hakimi trying his best just to do what he can against João Cancelo. Added time of a minute, they look like they're halfway towards their first win as a duo. Lofted ball, could find Cruyff. Well played, you. Ruben Diaz there with the all-important touch. That could have been a very different ending to the halfway point in our grand final of the FGS Masters Cup.
Let's get into it, Brandon.
Well, safe to say that Team Heretics are enjoying themselves at the FGS Masters Cup. You saw H1DALGO having a few interesting dance moves on the screen at the halfway point. Of course, that was probably after their first win of the evening in the semi-finals, but I'm sure they'll be dancing the night away if they are to get a result here. They lead by a goal to nil. They kick from right to left in this one. In the Real Zaragoza strip with top white socks and blue shorts. Team Falcons, their black and green strip from left to right. We need to see a bit more from them offensively, because so far they were able to deal with everything that was thrown at them by Team Heretics.
I think an early start is imperative for Team Falcons, for DrNightWatch and Msdossary here, because we'll almost see a replica performance from Heretics in their approach in this second leg. As you see, they're already looking to switch the play, but Falcons are putting a higher press in and trying to win the ball in much more aggressive areas than what Ducks Gaming did in that semi-final tie. However, they've played through it really well, have Heretics.
Mbappe, brilliant feed, cutback available, very nearly, that was perfect FIFA from Heretics. We hope this second leg will come alive. But so far, this is a stat for you. Team Heretics have not conceded a single goal across 3 legs of FIFA here in the FGS Masters Cup tonight. That's how good they've been defensively, Richard.
I think defensively and also in possession, they've not wasted the ball a lot. Only maybe 1 or 2 times in the first semi-final, in the last 5 to 10 minutes, did they lose possession in needless areas. That was when they're trying to get that 3rd goal and seal the game. But in their defensive and midfield thirds, you've not seen them give the ball away a lot. And Team Falcons, I think it's going to be a lot of this in this particular final second leg. A lot of probing, not getting frustrated, just keeping the ball ticking over, letting the ball do the work and trying to find that killer pass into the penalty box.
Bruyne to Mbappe. Patience, the key word here from Team Falcons. Allow them to go without scoring a goal in a leg of FIFA. De Bruyne, red time over the bar. This time red, unfortunately. There's no chance that that's going to be on target.
But it was nice play. De Bruyne and Hullet probably combining for 3 or 4 passes, each giving it and give and go on the edge of the box. They couldn't find a way into the box, and in the end, I think it was DrNightWatch just unleashing the strike with Kevin De Bruyne. This is a good chance because they've got the numbers out.
Could be a cutback Mbappe. Team Falcons looking for their equaliser here. Hullet, good feed. There's the one more. Brilliant save, and the Sar.
Outstanding save. It really was. Great play. The extra pass was perfect. It was really quick off his line, Msdossary. Rushed it down and just couldn't quite lift the ball over the stretch of the onrushing goalkeeper. Positive play from Falcons, though. They'll be really happy with what they're seeing here. They're starting to get a foothold in this final.
Msdossary with that red curse above his head. DrNightWatch, sorry, with the blue. Keeping an eye on each individual's players' input to this matchup. Flip side, Matias Banana with the yellow. Cursor above his head, then his teammate, Spain, H1DALGO. White cursor. Keep an eye on those individual inputs that we've seen throughout. Matias Banana so far, Richard, has scored every single goal. He'll be on for another one, potentially so. And it goes, lofted. Could fall back kindly. Mbappe can't quite get that one down. It still is alive. Mbappe does get it down now. H1DALGO shot from distance. Deflects off Kevin De Bruyne. 33 minutes played here. It is still 1-0.
Yeah, love the little McGeady cancel on the edge of the box from H1DALGO. Just looking to open up with a finesse shot. It was a little bit frantic for a couple of minutes there. The ball was bouncing around. No real control over it. As this passage of play looks to open up here for Falcons.
Mbappe, could be a give! Squeezes it in! There's Msdossary! A lot of the chance was squandered for a split second. But Team Falcons have got their response. It's the first goal that Team Heretics have conceded throughout this whole FGS Masters Cup. It comes in the 37th minute, and it certainly has been coming. Game on, well and truly.
No, absolutely, and it has been coming. I think that's something that we can talk about because they've been probing. That's the best word for it. Ruud Hullet just slips it through to Mbappe. The bounce falls off the shot into R9, a slice of luck. a little bit of fortune, but they do not care. High fives all round, and a big smile from Nightwatch as Team Falcons find a way back into the game. First goal that they've conceded, Team Heretics, in this FGS Masters Cup so far. How will their defensive wall being breached phase them? Will it crumble down, or will they pick up the bricks and rebuild? We'll find out in the remaining 50 minutes.
Yeah, fortunately or not, the instinct was there from Nightwatch to cue the pass. It's been the one more pass, that's been the story. Here comes Heretics now driving forward. Matias Bonanno driving forward with Cristiano Ronaldo. Still back to R9. What a save from Msdossary. But what FIFA it was from H1DALGO and Matias Bonanno. So close to going back in front just seconds later after the restart.
What a chance. A great save again, just throwing his body at it. I don't know what it was that the goalkeeper saved it with. Just making sure he got any sort of contact on it. Literally straight from kickoff. They attacked, they came forward, Team Heretics, and nearly found their nose back in front.
Plays it through Mbappe. The Team Falcons now. Last chance of the first 45 here in this second leg. You are watching the FGS Masters Cup Grand Final. And we are all square. With 45 minutes left to play. $15,000 on the line. The first taste that both of these two teams have had winning cash this year in competition. But it is truly game on. But what a chance it was, Rich, from the restart for Matias and H1DALGO. They were so close. Credit to Matias, by the way, for creating the chance. We'll have to have a little look. But look at this from Matias Bonanno with Cristiano. Just watch the movement and the skills, the configurations. He's got 4 black shirts around him. Somehow finds his way out of that. Puts it on a plate, in all honesty, for H1DALGO. And if it isn't for a great save from Msdossary, that's a 2-goal to win advantage. No,
it is a great save, but it's also... You can't come away from that attack not scoring. Like, you have to score that. It's very simple. Yes, you give plaudits to the goalkeeper. You hold your hands up and say, what a fantastic save. But if you're Team Heretics, you should be winning right now. You should be leading 2-1. Matias Bonanno cutting open that Falcons defence. Beautiful work down the line. Just a simple cutback, and then the McGeady cancel to open up the space inside the box. Big 45 minutes remaining.
Massive 45 minutes remaining. Both these teams have put serious investment into competitive FIFA this year, and especially for the likes of Team Heretics bringing over Matias Bonanno from Argentina to Spain. Putting him up, putting him in the La Liga. They look to return the favour! He will do so! And that is the first goal that H1DALGO has scored in the FGS Masters Cup. We've been singing the praises of his teammate Matias at scoring goals. Surprise, surprise, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. But Team Heretics, as I was calling out for a response and reaction, they lead by 2-1. The perfect start to the second half here.
I mean, they came close just before half-time, and now they've got that goal just as we get underway inside the second period. Exactly what Heretics needed.
How long will it last, though? That's the question. R9 cuts back inside. Msdossary was the player to let rip with a shot there from R9. Wide one back from DrNightWatch. Didn't really see what was wrong with that personally from Kevin De Bruyne. Referee did, though. Speaking
moments
about how good they've been in that key possession, Richard. As I say that,
they lose it.
Yeah. Here comes Pele. Not for so long, though. It's in moments like here where they've remained so composed, happy to keep the ball. They're able to play out just like so.
I was just about to say, it's the small moments that create runners-up and champions, and they've got a chance to go 3-1 up here.
Ronaldo on his own! Again! No one was expecting that. We weren't expecting that in the commentary booth. H1DALGO doesn't get one, he gets two in the grand final. And surprise, surprise, it's Cristiano Ronaldo, the man of the moment, that's bagged another goal in the game. Speak about being unpredictable. Look at that for a finish there. Everyone was looking for a cutback. He wasn't. Finesse into the bottom corner. They've got a 2-goal cushion. And now this is going to need a massive, massive response from Team Falcons, Richard.
We're just going to have a look back at this goal here as we approach the 60th minute. It was the work down the left-hand side of the pitch. I think the blue icon there, it looks like it's DrNightWatch. He didn't track the runner. I think they tried stepping up as a back four. Didn't step up at the right time. CR7 just managed to sneak in behind. The ball over the top was nice from Matias. And H1DALGO, on a tight angle, smashes it into the back of the net. Team Heretics 3-1 up against Team Falcons. They only had, 11% of the vote before the game starts? I'm sure if you did that poll right now, there would be a huge favourite to go out and secure the victory here with 30 minutes left to play. We need something magic from Msdossary.
Serious situation. If there was a team you would put in a position like this to turn it around, it would be those two players. They need an action plan, they need it now. Team Falcons, 29 minutes left to play here. They trail by 3 goals to 1 on aggregate. De Bruyne. Now Cancelo from fullback, looking to drive more numbers into this attack now. It's possessed again. It's moments like that every single passage of play has to be better, because when they get on the ball, they're going to take endless minutes out of the tide as well. Really nicely done by Heretics. R9 could be through. It could conclude it. There's so many shirts around him. Bellingham on his own sends it back in. Matias Bernardo, you are a magician. An absolute magician in the box with Jude Bellingham. Sells him one way, goes on his own. He doesn't need a striker. He can put it in the back of the net with Jude Bellingham. It's not a 2-goal, it's a 3-goal cushion now for Team Heretics with just over 20 minutes left to play.
Outstanding from Heretics. And you see, that was the poll before the game started. 11% of people said they were going to win. They're now 4-1 up. Team Falcons, 89% of the vote went their way.
All I can say, Rich, there's channel points, I believe, up for grabs for this one. Whoever the 11% are, they've just voted. You've just picked up some serious channel points in the in the Twitch chat there. Unbelievable scenes. But I tell you what, Richard, we spoke about Matias Bernardo. We've warned the world, I'm sure you have as well, more than anyone, of how special this Argentine is and how important it is that he's involved in pretty much everything going forward with competitive FIFA. Look no further at a prime example of just how special this FIFA player is.
He is, and this is only the start. Chance here for Falcons up the other end. They need a response, they need it now. There's enough time for Team Falcons, as much as we're singing Heretics' praises, to turn this game around. The chance falls into Van der Sar's arms, but I've been talking about Matias Bernardo during sort of this pandemic phase of FIFA where we've been playing remote for the last 18 months, Brandon, and I've been saying people need to start picking their head up and realising that Richard Buckley actually sometimes talks a bit of sense, and he's been singing this man's praises since day one. He is incredible.
And that's come off the back of his year last year. If you haven't been following his online FIFA 21 season he was the #1 ranked player on the PlayStation in South America. He was a Commodore Libertadores winner. He won 3 out of the 4 qualifiers in South America last year. He was involved in pretty much all of them. The lowest finish he had was a top 6. A top 6 was his lowest finish in FIFA 21, and I believe that came really late into the season in the playoffs. Team Falcons, 3 goals, 11 minutes. I don't see it happening. Possession goes for a goal kick. It's just been perfect so far. Look at so many factors to why it's working for this team in particular. I think one of the factors has to be the level they're playing at one E-Club World Cup. They're getting reps in there, both playing for the same team in La Liga. Yes, it's a 1v1 format, but there's team cohesion there. You're seeing your teammate pretty much every other day in Spain. You're training, you got your reps in together. All of these things provide better team cohesion, and I look forward to seeing exactly how they will play in April in that Team of the Season Cup. They have got a 3-goal cushion. There's only 6 minutes left, and I think they are winding their way forward to be Week 3 FGS Masters Cup champions here, Richard.
They've conquered, have Team Heretics. Out of all the teams who maybe you thought looking at today might have gone all the way, not many people are looking at Heretics and saying, you know what, I think they'll be the team to do it. We saw the poll, the stats are there for people at home. Matias, Bernardo and H1DALGO have meshed so well as a duo, as Team Falcons launch that one in behind. They will be a serious threat to the other 31 competing teams at the Team of the Season Cup. I can guarantee that for a fact.
At a time of just a minute, it's been their first outing as a duo in the FGS 22 season. However, they will be your Week 3 champions here, picking up $15,000, the duo of Matias, Bernardo, the Argentine that's now living and located in Europe in Spain, and his teammate H1DALGO will pick up their first victory as a 2v2 duo, and why they have so deserved it. They have been absolutely incredible throughout this tournament process. We had question marks on them against this Team Falcons team. Would they be challenged? Would it be too difficult of a task? However, we saw just how good they are on the virtual pitch, Richard. Incredible stuff from both of those two, and a massive, massive congratulations to Team Heretics, Richard. Week 3 winners. They're going to be over the moon, aren't they?